What's up, people? It's your boy Raleigh Escobar holding it down for y'all once again, and y'all listening to the Just Send It podcast. Y'all know the podcast created to change perspectives, explore new concepts and themes, while just having those timeless conversations that will leave you rushing back for more. So, without further ado, let's actually get into the show. This is episode 6. So, cue intro, please. What's good, fam? You alright, man? You chilling, man? Yeah, yo, I'm good, yo. I'm good, yo. You know, Gucci, you know, out here maintaining, trying to do my thing, yo. Good to know, man. What's good, fam? You good? Yeah, I'm good, yo. Try and flood the streets or whatever. You know how we do, man. We just try, we try to elevate. Briefcase state of mind, So fall is officially here, and I'm like, it's officially here. If you don't know, now you know. Especially here in Baltimore, they're already starting to drop the pumpkin spice stuff, the pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice bread, pumpkin spice creamer. They're already starting to drop that at the Starbucks and at the coffee shops. I'm already starting to see the Uggs and the leggings combo that the girls be wearing. That's all they wear, especially back in college. They were just leggings and then the Uggs, and they rock that from like the moment it get cold in like October all the way until about April. And then cold weather. Since I be getting up at like 5:30 in the morning to leave out for work, it be cold outside. Like it be cold. And I've been like, damn, like I need to start bringing out my fall clothes. I was riding with my summer clothes up until about like last weekend, but I had to go in the bin and flip those clothes. You know how it is when you got your summer clothes and your winter clothes, and you store half of it in the bin, so you gotta flip it. Y'all know how it is. So I had to dig in the bin this past weekend to flip my clothes. So this is actually my time of year. A lot of times people don't really bump with the fall. Summer babies love to run crazy during the summertime, hit Six Flags, go down the harbor, chill, just be out in the streets. You feel me? Having a hot girl, hot boy summer. However, like when the fall hit, that seasonal depression hit too. Like, wow, that joint just straight hit people, and people would normally either, they stay in the house until about like maybe from like October to about like April. The next time you may see them, they may come back out here. You know how it is. And this is actually kind of like around cuffing season. I forgot. I think one of my friends, she was like, man, a lot of people has been just like diving in her DMs like crazy as of lately. Like I think like at the beginning of August, they was like being hella bold in the DMs. She was like, man, it seemed like cuffing season has started early. I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, like with COVID and shutdowns and this and that, boy, like people were getting on it this year. Like a lot of times people that wasn't cuffed up last season, you feel me? They try to be cuffed up this season. So they started early putting that apps in and everything. So it is kind of crazy. But meanwhile, me, I'm gonna be out here, man. I'm gonna be out here all fall, probably sitting in coffee shops, really just soaking in, enjoying this cold weather. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but for me, it's just something about the cold weather that just inspired me. Like when I was working on this one um EP project called Escobar, I did I wrote the most of that, right? I wrote most of that uh like in like November, December, January. And I'm like, dang, like the stuff that I wrote about was like fire. Like it was really like I really put my soul in it. So I'm looking like, dang, it's just something about the cold, weather season, the cold months that just inspired me to like work harder. I don't know. Maybe it's because it is so easy to just like, man, forget this. It's too cold outside, and just ball up underneath your covers, and stay in the house and chill. But I'd be like, nah, like fuck that. Like I'm going outside every day. 15 degrees outside, I'm outside. It's snowing outside, I'm outside. It's a blizzard outside, I'm outside, baby. Like I'm outside every day. So that's just crazy. But I know a lot of people just not with it. Actually, a good 90% of people are just not with it. They be like, man, like I don't know how the fuck you do it. I just tell them like, yo, you wear layers. You wear layers, you wear a scarf, you wear gloves, and you wear a hat, and then you just be out here, and then you cop something warm to drink from Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or 7-Eleven. I think like, well, they be taxing now because the prices on everything is going up. But back in the day, right, when I used to hit the 7-Eleven, you can get like a extra large hot coffee for like then like 209 or something like that. And as long as you're carrying around like a hot coffee or a hot tea in your hands will never be cold. So it's just very interesting. But this is my favorite time of the year. You feel me? It get dark super early. So, I be sitting in the cafes, I be sitting in the shops and stuff like that, and it be like 5:30. It be dark outside, having dinner and just chilling. So it's interesting. And then one of my favorite parts of the fall time um is this fall fits for me, right? Because I feel like my fall style, like my fall clothing style, is way better than my summer style. Because summertime it's just too fucking hot. It's just too hot to really like style it. You feel me? Like, you know how it is. Y'all know how it is. Like before I used to have dreads, so like my head used to be hot. Like I'm carrying around like a fucking like blanket on my head, right? And then I'm just sweating all the time. And it's like, dang, I can't cool down. And then sometimes it can be so hot and so muggy. Like the moment like your balls get hot, you done. Like you look like, man, I'm done with this stuff. You sweating, you sticky. Nah, you just rock like a white tee, something to bounce the sunlight off of you. A cap, because I stay with the caps. I snap back to keep the sun off your face and stuff like that. And short sleeves, something comfortable. But during the fall time, I can really get in my bag for real. Like, and I feel like that's why I feel like my fall style is a lot better than my summer. I can really get in my bag for real. Different kind of beanies. We got a beanie Scully for Dan and Abby NFL team. You feel me? For the Ravens. Shout out to the home team who actually doing that thing lately. The Ravens, the Patriots. Y'all seen the Miami when I was rocking a couple episodes ago. The Cardinals, the Cowboys, or the Cowgirls. You know, and that's just the NFL teams. You got the Miami Heat, Scully that I be rocking. We got a bunch of them. So like that's just a part of the fall fit. Every day you could switch up the Scully, and of course like rocking different kind of scarves and the jackets. You can have a leather jacket. You can have a Street Fighter leather jacket with no hood on the back. It just the straight leather with the ridges in the arm and stuff. The homie, he be wearing that. He pull out his tan Street Fighter costume number 2 jacket, and I be thinking like, bro, I see you, bro. Like I see how you killing it. And then of course the trench coats. You feel me? For me, I like a good, well styled, well fitted, trench coat because like I said, it be cold outside during the fall time. Like so the fact that it goes down to like the back of your calf for real, that means you'll be straight because I don't know about y'all, right? But like I remember those commutes to school, right? All the way out Glen Burnie for culinary school, all the way to Towson for like media production. And like when you sit on the bus stop, like sometimes like the bus stop is closed in, so you kind of like straight when the wind blows or when it rains. But like it's like maybe like 5 or 6 inches of like clearance underneath at the bottom. And like when I tell you like that cold air just like hits your ankles, hit the back of your calf and your legs, your feet be cold, boy, you be done. And that's the one thing about me. Like the moment my feet cold, I'm done. Like I don't want no more to do with it. Like if my face cold, that's cool. If my hands kind of cold, all right, I can kind of warm my hands up. But if my feet is cold, I'm like, yo, I don't want no parts of this. So that's why, I dress accordingly. But this is my time of year. I'm telling you, my fall fits. I can get in my bag, and I like to see, how other people get in their bags for real. How other people put pieces together, so I can like kind of add that to my repertoire. You feel me? Like, oh shit, he did this, and that. Okay, that's cool. Next season, if I see that piece, I'm a grab it. You feel me? Or I'm gonna put it together. And I also gotta say, right? I gotta say, right? Um, you really get a chance to really see what the ladies can do, right? Like as far as that style is concerned, because like all summertime they just wear clothes that's just like it's comfortable. So of course the sundress season, everybody like in the city know like when the sundress season, that's all they do, sundresses and like flip flops or something like that with the singles because sometimes they go to the pool and stuff like that. And they'll get their hair wet. So with the singles, and then it's so hot that like however way they style it, it's just gonna the humidity just gonna kill it, right? So like you don't really get to see like girls really getting that bag for real. So when the fall come around, oh my goodness, they get in that bag when it comes to the boot game, the dress game. They may do a long dress, they may do the sweater dress. You never know. They may do the little dress with the small little jacket on top. Oh boy. And then the hairstyles, they can really style it because the weather is cool now. So like the humidity is just not gonna kill that hair. So like you can really see what these ladies are made of and like watch them get in that bag during the fall time. So like you feel me? I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Like, man, this is my season. Like, I want to see what y'all can do. Like, I want to know, do y'all still got it, baby? Like, please show us. So it's here. Like, fall is officially here. But you know what? I digress. Let's actually move on, right? So I don't know if y'all noticed, right? This is another interesting thing about fall, right? I don't know if y'all noticed, but like for some reason, the end of the year, right, tends to be some of the most like the toughest time of the year. And I know a lot of people be thinking like, nah, Twan, like you're tripping. It's the beginning of the year that is like really hard and really tough. Not the end. But like hear me out. Like hear me out. Check it out. So like once like August, September hit, mostly everybody gotta go back to school. Like us college kids, of course, the college kids gotta go back to school like late August, right? Um, but then all the grade school kids gotta go back to school. You feel me? And like parents gotta kind of like adjust that schedule as to like, okay, what time I'm dropping little Woody off at school? Is I'm dropping little Woody off to the bus and the bus is taking them to school, or like what's going on, or what I want to do as far as daycare and childcare is concerned. Like all those math ideas, all that stuff is like a matter of it's like a fall matter. And it's like, okay, you gotta get that stuff situated. Of course, buying new clothes, college kids buy new clothes, so they can flex for real and look good. And of course, like the grade school kids, they want to flex and come back to school with some new Jordans and some J, you feel me? You know how you used to lay out your fresh fit like the day before school started, like kind of on that type of tip. So like, yeah, like everybody like spend a lot of money at the beginning of the fall, right? And that's like late summer, fall. Um, so that is like the first thing that happens, and then like, okay, uh, fall just happened to be like that late summer fall happened to be like Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, like takeover season, and from mm, what can I say, like August, September, all the way until like maybe like Thanksgiving. It's like birthdays back to back to back to back to back. Just September alone with Virgos, it's like Virgo season. It's Virgo's birthdays back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I'm talking about you got your mother, your sister, your grandmother, your niece, your nephew, your brother, your mom, your uncle, your daddy. Like everybody's birthday is like back to back to back. And like it's like dang, like every weekend is something, right? Actually 2 or 3 times a week, people birthdays lining up the same day, and everybody feel like they special. I don't know what it is about like fall babies sometimes, but every last one of them feel like they special and they like kind of like deserve a gift, or deserve you actually like taking the day off to like spend and chill with them and do something festive for them. So that shit costs a lot of money, you feel me? And a lot of time. And y'all know everybody in that group is kind of short. You feel me? Like you can't do something with every last Virgo that's in your family, or Libra or Scorpio that's in your family, because it get costly real quick. So the only like people that's really kind of guaranteed is maybe your girl, maybe your mother or your grandmother, and that's about it. You feel me? Because like if you don't do something for them, boy, they most definitely will like cry later on. So like you want to make sure you get them out the way. Do something nice. Hey, I did something nice for you. Bow. bow, knock them out the way because they'll cry for years. But like that is just like another thing that just hits you like right in the fall, like all these birthdays, then back to school. That's a lot of money. And then like once Thanksgiving and Christmas get here, you trying to like get in your bag and try and have like the Thanksgiving, you try not the Thanksgiving, you're trying to have the sitcom Christmas Thanksgiving type of deal. Like, hella presents underneath the tree for, Lil Wody and Bobby and Tay and this and that and my you try to do it real big, the big ass Thanksgiving Day meal, that everybody is coming to the house and sitting at the table like in the movies. Like you trying to do it real grand, you feel me? So it's a lot of shopping and a lot of spending money and running here and there and not enough savings. So like by the time you make it through the holidays, the November, the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, the New Year's, the moment like January 2nd hit, like you in the red and like you praying for your W-2 to drop so you can hurry up and file your taxes so you can get back right. So, fall season is just kind of crazy, So I just try to hold it down the best I can during the fall season. Don't really spend too much money. Save my money. Um, Look out for the people that really, really, really matter. And like, if I can't really look out for them, like buy them a gift or stuff like that, just show them I appreciate them. You feel me? Words of encouragement and etc. And let them know, like, yo, I really do care and want the best. I don't really know what to get you, so like, this is what I want to get you instead. But you do want to try to look out for one or two or three special people that you really fuck with. You feel me? But it's crazy. And then this fall season, right, is going to be pretty tough. Um, Compared to like previous seasons. I know last year, 2020 fall was kind of tough because people was COVID and people were still out of work, and the money was tied up in the pipeline as far as unemployment is concerned, and it was kind of crazy, right? So it was kind of tough last year. People didn't have jobs. This year, right? Shit is kind of like turned on its head. A lot of people are like quitting their jobs. I think a video I seen this week, right? It said that like 4.3 million people quit their jobs in like August, right? And like people are still like going through the process of quitting their job. And it's mostly, factory workers, trucking companies, restaurant workers. A lot of people in like the restaurant industry is just like this quitting their job. And like that's the industry that I primarily work in. So like you see posters for, hiring line cooks, hiring prep cooks, hiring everywhere. And like we starting at, 15.50, $15 an hour. We starting at here and like unprecedented. And I'm telling you, like those prices that they saying that they starting at, they probably like they actually paying people like $1.50 more than what they typically would pay people, right? Pay cooks and stuff like that. They normally try to keep you around like $13, 13.50 or something like that. They don't be trying to give you 15. Boy, now they like, oh yeah, we'll give you 15. You can start immediately. You can walk right in and start the day. Put your apron on. So like factories, trucking companies, restaurant, construction, schools, like all of these industries is right now just kind of like having huge issues, finding people. And it's just a real shortage. It's tough across the board. I know the people that's like quitting their jobs and like, man, fuck it. Like I'm trying to find a new avenue or a new way of making money or do something different. Like I'm not saying they chilling, but they like, okay, this is the move I gotta make. And then some people are holding out for more money, like, okay, we going strong on them. See, like, yo, if our demand's not met, we not coming back or we not working. Like, so that's a tough thing too. And then the people that are currently working is like, dang, like we working under stressful conditions. Like we still gotta, feed X amount of people, or we still gotta move X amount of loads, but we're constantly understaffed. Like, who's gonna help us catch up? Like, we need more people to catch up. So, it's like a trifecta. It's like a three-way deadlock in a way. Like that's hard, but it's like a three-way deadlock in a way, and everybody is kind of like dealing with their own struggles and challenges. And it is crazy. Do what y'all do, man. Stall them out, Debo. That's kind of when I seen the article about this, I was like, oh shit, like these people actually kind of like Deboing these companies right now. Like they like stall them out. Like, yo, this is my demands. I want 4-day work weeks instead of 5, or I want to work from home, or I want more money, or I want more vacation time, or I want a more comfortable environment. Like they really stalling and stalling these companies out for ridiculous terms. And like, check it. I was chilling at work the other day, and like we've been having issues with getting certain orders in, getting chips in, getting sodas in, our delivery's not coming on time, it's coming beat up, our stuff coming in poor quality. And I'm looking like, dang, like things been kind of crazy. And my boss was like, yeah, like you don't really even know the half of it. She's like, I interviewed a guy early this week, and like his in his pay request, it was something ridiculous. Like it was like a sous chef wage, and then like just for like a regular, run of the mill line cook. And I was like, dang, I was like, oh, well, did he had the experience to like back up whatever dollar amount he was claiming that he wanted? She was like, like he did not have the experience to even justify it. I was like, dang, like, whew, like that's crazy. But like, I feel, bro, though, talk your shit. Cause after I was unemployed for about like a year or so, a year and a half, or is a very interesting story as long about how long I've been unemployed. But like for being unemployed as long as I was, I was like, you know what? I just didn't give a fuck. I said every job I'm applying for, I'm asking for, 40K a year minimum. You feel me? Like, and I was, doing the numbers. I was on the app, how much is 40K a year, hourly. Like I was really like typing the shit in, every job I research. Oh, y'all range from here to here. Okay, this is what I want. Like I was 40K was like the minimum. And I know that's not a lot of money, but I was like, bro, that's a step up from where I was at. So I was like, yeah, I need that. But I feel him. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of different because I kind of do deserve it because I got hella soft skills. You feel me? So I can kind of like make a case for me. But like if y'all in the same place and you can make a case with your soft skills and the stuff that you bring to the table, yeah, stall them out, Debo. Stall them out. Really negotiate, get the numbers that you want, get the pay and hours in the situation you want, like for sure. Like, what happened to me, right? Because it's crazy how the game is. The employment game is very interesting. But what happened to me, right? So, I was working at a restaurant, right, for about a year. The restaurant wound up going out of business, right? And like late November, middle of November, 2019. So everybody kind of got laid off. Okay, cool. Filed for unemployment, chilled, relaxed. Cause that's the first time I didn't work. But like being unemployed is not like the best thing. It's a lot of pressure, and you actually work and worry more than if you had a job. Like strange enough, people think it's sweet, but I did that. It's not as sweet as you may think it is. It's not like, oh, you always get to chill and you can wake up whenever time you want, and no worries in the world. You actually worry and stress a lot. I did that, and I applied for a bunch of jobs and didn't get hired by any of them. Like, because this was like late November, December at the time, and for some reason, like jobs didn't want to pick people up or hire people at the end of the year because of that fiscal stuff. So like it was extremely tough to find something. I didn't find a new job until like January, February 2020, right? And it was paying more money than the last job in the restaurant that I was at. And the work was a tad bit easier. I was in that job probably like a month and a half, and then COVID kind of like hit and shut the job down. I was the first person to get furloughed because I was the last person in. And like all 2020, the rest of 2020, all the way up until like July 2021, I was when I started working again back for the company that furloughed me. So it was like, dang, like I was really out in the cold for like a year and a half. Like, damn. So like being out of work that long, it really changed your mind. And this being solely dependent on, money from the government or like leeching off your savings, like the oops, leeching off your savings, like money that you putting towards like a down payment for a house, or a car that you want, or a trip that you want. Like it really like fucks with your mental a lot, man. Like it really makes you think like, dang, like okay, like I need to do better, or like dang, like work is not just work is not just work. You feel me? Things are just not going to just come down the pipeline and like, oh yeah, yo, you're gonna make more money. Like you as a worker, as an employee, you got to put moves in place and finagle it and negotiate with these people and really like boss up to get the best deal that you can possibly get for yourself and your family. So like I feel what these people were saying. And I tell people all the time, right? After my COVID experience, I say, yo, move like a free agent out here if you can. Like if you can and you got the skills, you got the knowledge, and you got the lingo, and you could talk, move like a free agent out here. And I think that's maybe the best thing that we actually gotta kind of have to do now as millennials, 2028. Um, move like a free agent out here. Don't be, committed to one company. Like, I'm gonna start at the lowest level. I'm gonna just ride with this company for 20 years, 25 years, and they're gonna hook me up on the back end. I think that's kind of like a old idea, right? Um, it's something from a bygone era. You feel me? Nowadays, it's more like you should move more like LeBron. You feel me? And then like put together a well-oiled machine, move like a free agent. You feel me? Like, okay, this is the minimum, like the minimum you can get me for. You feel me? Whatever the money is in your head, like this is the minimum I can get. Oh, dang, we can't give you that. Like, why are you asking for that? Okay, these is my hard skills that I have. I can do video production, I can cook, but these is my soft skills. I'm a team player, I work hard, I'm my ability to forecast. I got customer service skills. I'm a leader. Da, da, da. Like really like let people know like what you bring to the team. I drop 30, 10 and 10 a night, every night. Like that's me. And like that's why I deserve 40,000 a year, 45,000 a year, or that's why I deserve this position that I'm applying for. And like be cold with them. You feel me? Like boss up on them and be cold with them. Like, yo, this what I said. And yeah, it's a negotiation, so you do gotta wiggle a little bit. You may not get the price that you want, but like I wholeheartedly like agree with how people is moving out here, man. It's gonna be tough. Now the question is, right? How long is it gonna be like this? Like, how long are we gonna be suffering this fallout, this little like three-way deadlock, because it's already like October right now, and they already say it's 4.3 million people kind of like quitting their jobs, trying to get new skills, to apply for something else, or trying to get 4-day work weeks, 8-day B days, whatever. How long is it going to be like this? Because I'm already feeling kind of like the pressure at my job. Like, I'm a cook at my job. However, like a lot of the other stuff that is necessary for me to do my job, like get produce in from the produce company, get paper goods in from the paper goods company, guys that come and service the equipment and change the grease. Those guys are like quitting. I think this past week, the company that serviced our grease for the building, like all the guys walked out on him. The owner or operator didn't give them the money that they wanted, or they just like, they found something better. They walked out. So like we was unable to kind of like change our grease for like 2 weeks, right? We had to like do something on the fly. And it was like, dang, like what happened? And it's like, oh yeah, the guy, every last member of his team walked out on him, right? And then his truck broke down. Like, damn, like then his truck, then this happened. Like, dang, like, oh, he needs some help over there bad. So it's like, dang, like that's one contractor. Then another contractor is the guy that's make our service our chef uniforms, right? He bring our uniforms in every day. I get in the chef pants that's like an extra large, and I wear like a medium. I'm looking like I'm wearing Jabob jeans for real. And he's like, man, I'm trying to get y'all those uniforms, the new ones that y'all actually deserve, that y'all have. That's all the way in the back room. But like our management is keep on like flipping and turning over. And like every time y'all call them and ask them where these uniforms at, this and that, like they don't go and to the back and grab them and etc. So it's like, man, I'm just the guy that come and drop y'all stuff off, but like I'm trying my best to get y'all what y'all need, to get y'all what y'all can do, but it's crazy. And I'm looking like, dang, like everywhere across the board is kind of affected. You feel me? I'm like, shit. And it's making my job. It's making my job at my job, like the duties I do, a lot tougher. My uniform is not fitting me right. Like, dang, like the grease is done. I got to change the grease now at work. Dang, the truck may get here today, but it may not get here, or like it may get here, but the tomatoes that I need to cut up for my line may be poor quality, or it may go bad the very next day since they come in the building. Like it's crazy across the board. So what I started to do, right? I just started to take the initiative, like, oh yeah, y'all need help, give me a business card. You need help, give me the business card, because I know people in my circle, right, who's looking for new opportunities, looking for jobs and stuff like that. Like, oh, you might not, my friend may not be able to work with me personally, but like he can work with this company that is contracted through our company. So it's like, okay, that's cool. I know he reliable. He's gonna hold them down over here. I'm holding him down over here. So it's like, okay, cool. And kind of like build like a web, a suspension bridge to make sure like anything that's associated with my job is kind of cool, kind of solid, so I can do my job effectively. Nobody want to come to work and work hard every day, especially in the midst of a pandemic. You feel me? A pandemic where people are getting sick and dying or losing their family, and having to quarantine for 14 days, and you can't get paid for it, and it's crazy. But man, like I feel y'all, man. If y'all gonna stall them out, man, stall them out, man. Get the numbers that y'all want. But like, if y'all do need a job, man, it may be a good idea to cross train the people that is like in your squad, like the people that is with you and got your back. Cross train them. But it's another thing about this little situation that we in right now. That's happening in the fall, right? For me, right? I've been for the past 2 years, 3 years, since like 2018, I've been trying to land a job in media production, right? Like for like maybe like a news station, TV station, whatever, right? Media production, a school. Um, However, like here in the DC Baltimore metro area, right? It's extremely tough. Like it's a very like niche kind of job, right? So I'm kind of banking on the fact that like, oh, somebody is getting fed up and getting tired of their job in production here. So as of lately, like a bunch of production jobs had just like flooded onto the market, right? So me, every day, like I'm on a computer, like sending this job, it's sending that job, like bows, sending my resume out, checking my email every day, checking every random scam likely number that call me, calling them back to see if it's somebody like trying to give me an interview. Because like if you did graduate in one of those niche fields, right? And you thinking like, dang, you couldn't get a job before COVID. A lot of people are quitting their jobs right now to do other stuff that they're passionate about. So like this may be like the best opportunity for a lot of us to actually finally get into the jobs and position that we want to be in, so we can start getting that training and grow. Because like it's very tough. And I seen this on LinkedIn because I recently used my LinkedIn a lot, you know, for research purposes, to research the companies that I apply for, to research the people that's going to interview me. I really use it a lot, and I've been seeing on LinkedIn a lot. Professionals saying, "Oh, how can y'all ask for 15-year experience from a 25-year-old who just graduated from college when he just starting out in the game?" And I was like, dang, like I I'm so used to being on Facebook and like Instagram on that type of social media, but to see like to be on like a social media that's tailored towards professionals with professionals in there spitting like they spit and like saying like some real stuff. I'm looking like, dang, like this is crazy. So like I may actually start spending more time, liking and talking and conversating with people on LinkedIn. Like I may put the Facebook down and just strictly work out the LinkedIn because people on LinkedIn is clearly spitting. Like that doesn't make sense. How can you expect 5 years work experience in video production from somebody who's 25 years old and just graduated? Like, yo, come on, fam. Which is like you asking me to lie to you. You feel me? Like you asking me to lie to you. But and then the crazy thing, it's not professional experience, but a lot of us, you feel me, who are whatever your career is, can be um social work or child care, stuff like that. It can be video production like mine. It can be culinary and cooking. A lot of people already have like experience. It might not be work experience, but they already have experience in that field or interest prior to like going to school and graduating, right? Like for instance, I edited my first video back in like 2010, right? Um, I made like a N1 mixtape. Um, actually two N1 mixtapes in my neighborhood, right? Using the camera, went out there, got the shots, told people to show up, edited it into a finished video, right? Cool. That's back in 2010, right? However, I didn't graduate, and then in 2014, I started a YouTube channel where I edit videos and try to run my YouTube channel and uh do the content creator thing, the conceptualizing, the drafting, the skating. Yeah, like the production, the pre-production, did that in like 2014. However, like, okay, when they say how much professional work experience you have, it's like, like I really don't have that much professional work experience, but like how much experience do I have just editing and working in production and working with the software and thinking in terms of production? I got 10 years. But they don't have a bubble or a box for that when you do these job applications. Like they don't have like, oh, how long you been cooking? You feel me? Or professionally. Well, okay, I just been cooking professionally for this many years, but like every funeral, birthday, da da da, event that we had at the church, this, and that, I was in the kitchen cooking with Big Mama and all my aunties for 300 people. Like, so it's like, well, that's not professional. Well, like, do you understand? Like, I cook for 300 people every holiday when I was a kid. That's before I was 18. So it might not be professional to y'all, but like being in that work does count towards something. And it's like we need a bubble for that, right? And the bubble got to be bigger than just 250 characters, because that's kind of how it be. Like, oh, any additional experience, it'd be like 250 characters. But that joint is crazy, fam. It's crazy, but I don't know, man. I hope this is, like I said, this is my season, man. The fall, I'm just doing my thing, watching my fall shows, saving my money, trying to have a bomb Christmas, trying to have a bomb New Year's, trying to make it through in one piece, and hopefully, your boy can make it through with a new job, a new job in media production. Who knows, here in Baltimore or DC or wherever, you feel me? Or like I said, the podcast can always jump off. And that's why I do the podcast in the meantime. You feel me? Because it gave me some time to practice my skills, keep my skills sharp, and something I can put on the resume, fam. So like to y'all people who like, okay, I want to, work on my passion on my next move, do what you do, fam. Like just send it. Like I said, that's crazy because the show is called Just Send It. Just send it, fam. Like just send it. Like do what you do. You already thought about it. You already plotted it in your head. You already did the homework. Just send it. Do what you do, and you'll be fine. But other than that, don't forget, man, to like and subscribe, and really, any type of feedback y'all give me on the podcast, it helps out a lot. We still cooking. we still cooking. We still gonna be cooking. So without further ado, I'm out of here. Got that ice in my veins, yeah. A young frozen, no photos, niggas insane, yeah. Reminiscing, walking through malls, looking through pain, yeah. While I felt feelings of pain and black and change, yeah. No Skrilla, no Mott's, no figures, but the boy still had to try. A go-getter, sophisticated drinker, you gotta shake up my liquor, yeah. Shaking, not stirred, stay patient, got curved. Drip God descended, dissa. Shout out to Bird. Shout out to Kevo. These haters can't tickle me like I'm Elmo. I still come and drop the people's elbow. Yeah, still do the dunk with the elbow. Yeah, haters will envy a nigga, then try to put a shell on his back like Donatello. Do your dirt straight by your lonely, you're done with tell yo. Learned many lessons in life, I watched Othello, the County Monte Cristo. Remember frying chicken with the Crisco. Yeah, shrimp to a bitch, yo. I live a little schizo. I'm trying to ride around on some shit, yo. Jump in the clutch, but in the rear, go. Cannot live in fear, yo. You wanna know what makes a man? Having goals, patience, and plan. You gotta take a stand. Do your job, support your fam, and then you make a brand. Since it wasn't given to me, I had to take it, man. Kicked in the door 5 summers, I tried to make them jam. If I can do it, all way to Escobar. I always had the juice, even when next to y'all. Even though niggas ain't have a car. Now I'm just really amazed. Yeah, QB position, I'm calling the plays. Yeah, scratch that coaching position, we making plays. Yeah, better days, be better than Better Bay. You will never sway. Yo, I really listen. I had to change dispositions while on the mission. Yielded more blessings than losses and stay consistent. Still persistent, young, black, and so efficient. Smooth as new addition. Yo,